Okay, so today's project, take a piece of 75 CR1 steel and make a razor for a customer. Get it in the forge. There's a problem with the foot pedal on the forging press. It's either on or off. It's not responding. I need to make a new foot pedal, but I only want to draw out the handle on this a little bit, so I'm going to do the rest on the anvil. I will make a new foot pedal with more control because it's just going too flat out. Great tool though. Pretty much just drawn it out. It's only a small piece of steel. It did forge rather easily, which I was surprised at. I'm just going to flatten it out. I'm just going to grind the profile because it's way too big here. I'm going to grind the profile in. Just put it in the forge to anneal and get it on the grinder. Get the edge to where I want it and flatten out the blade. Get it nice and straight, ready for grinding an edge. And it's going to be a hollow grind on this. And I saw this little jig, I think it was Lewis Razors I was watching. He was grinding a cutthroat razor, and I just welded a little piece of steel on the top of a bit of box section there, and it just holds it in the right place whilst you grind away. Gotta go really slow on this because it's so thin. It's so easy to burn it, you know. So I've taken it down to about 1 millimetre on the edge, and I've put some anti-forging scale stuff on. I'm going to put it into the gas oven and do 3 thermal cycles. I just love this oven because, as you can see, it gets up to 841 degrees in about 2 seconds. So that's the first one. There's the second one, and the third one. Just let it cool down so I can hold it between operations, and then the last time it goes in, ready for the quench. Into Parks 50 or an equivalent of Parks 50. Just leave it in there until it cools down and I can touch it. And let's get it on the Rockwell tester, and I'm hoping for about 65, 66 Rockwell here. Here we go. No, that is bad. That is really bad. Yeah, big problem. 23 Rockwell. So I was thinking maybe it was too far away from the oil when I dropped it in, so I moved the tin nearer. Try it again. I mean, even on a bad quench you should be at least 50 Rockwell, but again, this is really bad. This is bad, 17. And I'm thinking, something seriously wrong here. Yeah, I'd forged out a piece of goddamn mild steel. So I just magicked another one. No, I just went through the whole process again, guys. Rockwell tested it, and it was as hard could be. So, moral of the story, don't pick up a piece of mild steel and assume it's 75 CR1. So this whetstone is it's about 1,000 grit, and it's about as fine as a grit as I've got in whetstones. This, so I'm just going to bring the edge on, and then I'm going on to a micro mesh. I'm just going to wet down this micro mesh. I've got it on a piece of Perspex, taped it down tight, and I'm going to use this to refine this edge and really polish it. There's a 12,000 grit micro mesh, which it will just bring that edge up to literally to a mirror. I probably did about 20-30 passes on each side like this, then finally very gently just taking on the strop for about 10 passes on each side, and believe me, it is as sharp as a razor. Just no effort there, just gliding it, literally just gliding it along my skin, and it was just shaving clean as a whistle. So you know, your mum said don't play with sharp knives. Oh mum, I'm playing with sharp knives. That's a piece of horsehair. It's just literally the weight of the blade on the hair just cuts it. Lovely. So I've bonded some thin brass to some little pieces of walnut, slabs of walnut. I'm just going to assemble it now. Some brass pins. You see a little tiny shim there, brass shim, just between the blade and the bolster. And there's a bit of buffalo horn at the back there as a spacer. I'm just going to pin these pins over. Give it a bit of a sand. I've sanded it to about 1000 grit. And then give it a coat of True Oil, and I will give it about 5 or 6 coats of True Oil because I like True Oil for a good waterproof finish. I use several different types of gunstock oil, but True Oil builds up really nice, keeps a good glossy waterproof finish. Because this, I assume, well, it will be getting very wet. Being used as a razor, and there it is, guys, finished. Well, thanks to my patrons and thanks to my subscribers. Please share and like if you like, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.